Hello everyone. In this session of Business Communication, I, Dr. S.R. Pagare from K.J.Somaiya College of Arts, Commerce and Science, welcome you to the session of Channels of Communication. In this session, we will be discussing on formal and informal communication. So let's have a look at channels of communication. Every business house is concerned with two types of communication: internal communication and external communication. Now let's see what is external communication. External communication means it has to communicate with other business houses, banks, government offices, the press, customers and the general public. Whereas internal communication means transmitting messages or information within the organization. Internal communication may be of two types. First, formal communication, and second, informal communication. Let's see what is formal communication. This communication is also known as official communication. The communication that takes place within the business organization among different employees due to predetermined relationships in the organization is known as formal communication. I repeat, the communication that takes place within the business organization amongst different employees due to predetermined relationships in the organization is known as formal communication. This communication is between two positions and not two persons. Official legal relations between officers and subordinates give birth to formal communication. In this communication, the position of a person in an organization, his rights and duties are all predetermined. Formal communication can be in both written and oral form. This is the flow chart of formal communication. Here in the figure you can see there is a board of directors, then there are the department managers, and then there are the workers. So in future slides we will be discussing how this formal communication works. So let's see what are the merits of formal communication. First, increases overall efficiency. This type of communication is used by following the predetermined rules, so it increases the overall efficiency of the organization. Second, permanent record. The copy of formal communication is always preserved in the file and it is used as a reference. As a result, it is easy to seek the copy of it whenever necessary. Third, easy communication system. The top level management communicates with their employees by using formal downward communication system. Again, the employees communicate with their higher authority to use this system. It is very much easy to communicate with each other. Fourth, it is used as reference. Documents of formal communication is recorded by the organization. So these recorded documents are used as a source of the employees in future. Fifth, maintenance of discipline. Under the formal communication system, the workers are bound to be careful to their own duty. So ultimately, it makes discipline in the organization. Sixth, ease of delegation of authority. Authority is delegated by the superiors to the subordinates through the help of this communication. Seventh, ease of cooperation and coordination. Cooperation and coordination is very much essential to carry out the business activity smoothly. Formal communication is a part of coordination. So, coordinated activities can be done properly and easily through formal communication. 8. Free from mistakes. Since formal communication has well-defined rules and regulations, there is little chance of mistakes in exchanging information within the employees. 9. Quick accomplishment of work. Sometimes the rapid communication is to be needed with the employees. To use the formal downward communication system, it is possible to communicate with the employees quickly, so the work may be done timely. And 10. Increases goodwill. Formal communication helps in increasing the trustworthiness and goodwill of the business house. Let's see the demerits of formal communication. First, wastage of time. Top level management communicates with the employees by maintaining the board of succession, not by passing any executive or any level. That is why it takes a lot of time and it wastages much time of the concerned person. Second, inflexibility. Ordinarily, the formal communication is inflexible. If somebody out of the channel intends to change his views, it is not possible. Even when it is needed to change, it becomes more difficult. Third demerit is lack of initiative. Under formal communication, everybody does their duty by following specific predetermined system. So it makes the obstacle to develop the creativeness of the employee. Fourth is authoritarian attitude. In this system, the sender is higher in authority and the receiver is lower staff. Generally, the superior's order cannot be disobeyed. It creates an authoritarian culture in the organization. Fifth, lack of cordiality. In the formal communication system, the subordinate staff strictly follow the order of superior authority. So, the implementer of the order does not obey the duty properly. Sixth, costly system. In this system, the organization policy and rules are obeyed properly. Sometimes, it creates crucial situation and it is a time being factor. For this, the cost of formal communication system is higher than those of others. Now let's see what is informal communication. When there is an informal relationship between the communicator and the communicatee, then the communication happening between them is known as informal communication. It is not necessary that it should be in a written form. Informal communication is free from maintaining rules and regulations, procedures and others. Such communication bears low cost than formal communication. Although informal communication does not follow any set rules of principle, but it offers some advantages which are as follows. This is a flowchart of informal communication. Now let's see the merits or advantages of informal communication. First, alternative system. There are some messages which cannot be sent through formal way and therefore require some alternative. Such alternatives can be informal communication. Second, interpretation. Messages sent to subordinates requires explanation of interpretation, and informal communication is a valuable means over there. Third, to present grievances. Employees can't make any complaints to superiors through formal communication system, but informal communication gives the employees a better opportunity to raise their complaints, grievances or any claims. Sometimes in this way, as an informal communication system, grapevine affects much. Fourth, increases efficiency. Employees can freely exchange their opinions in terms of informal communication. They can ask any question without any hesitation. Thus, a cordial communication environment is created to increase the efficiency of employees. Fifth merit is improving relations. Any created between management and the labor can be settled through informal communication. Cooperation and coordination can be established through harmonious relationship with management and labor. Such relationship is only possible through informal communication. Sixth, providing recommendations. Subordinates feel free to provide management with their suggestions and recommendations on different job-related issues like work methods, procedures and conditions, etc. Seventh merit is measuring reaction. Before releasing any new information, management wants to know the reaction of employees. In such a case, informal communication can be valuable in measuring the reaction of employees before any information is conveyed through formal channels. 8. Solution to problems. With the help of informal communication, the management is able to know problems, conflicts and complaints and the likes. Therefore, management can take necessary action timely and effectively. Now let's have a look at demerits of informal communication. First is distortion. Informal communication networks do not follow any set of rules, definite liners or ways. So it can transmit any kind of information to any person without any respect or fear. It may spread wrong or distorted news which may sometimes prove harmful even to the employees. So it is one of the most considerable disadvantage of informal communication. Second, lack of secrecy. In informal communication, everybody can freely interact as there are no restrictions or rules. Any secret matter is likely to be flashed without any problem or hesitation. This may cause a huge damage to any organization. Third, incomplete information. Information released from such communication network is usually incomplete. There is each and every chance of it to be misunderstood or misinterpreted. Fourth is non-cooperation. Sometimes confusion develops among the persons involved in informal communication. As a result, they may remain separate without any cooperation. Seventh, lack of resistance. As informal communication does not follow any established system, it is beyond any control. Organization has no mechanism to resist its movement. Sixth, huge rumor. Most of the time, informal communication fabricates the real facts and makes some rosy picture. This really damages the working environment of any organization. Seventh, misunderstanding. Lack of conduct, decency, decorum, and rules cause misunderstanding in informal communication. As a result, there may be conflict between employees. 8. Committing mistakes. These sort of communication are subject to errors and mistakes because no official rules are framed. So in today's session, we have learned the channels of communication, internal and external communication, meaning, merits and demerits of formal and informal communication. So let's stop here.